not very impressive. And so today, you know, Eric Fry comes into the top 8. We watched him in the quarterfinals versus Todd Anderson. I'm like, okay, it's a mud deck. I mean, looks it's the crazy mud deck. What's gonna happen? It's like, you know, old Uncle Charlie. What kind of crazy things he gonna do today? But you know.
And then what didn't happen?
And then seriously, it was nuts. So, and then we saw it again against the Miracle deck. Just be ridiculous.
Yeah, completely absurd. Just absolutely obliterated Michael Bellafato, who had a fantastic weekend, but I'm sure he didn't want to go out that way. But I mean, if you're gonna go home, I mean, it was.
You gotta go home in the top 8. Yeah.
It was quick and painless. It was over before it started each game, so that was just absurd. Now moving into the finals, you know, basically this is a case of, to me, David and Goliath. David versus Goliath. Excuse me. We all know Rug Delver. Some of us are even tired of seeing it. Not me, but some people are tired of seeing its dominance, and this is the opportunity for a lesser-known deck to knock it off its pedestal.
Yeah, and I do have to mention one thing that was not in the top 8 was Maverick, and that deck has it's a pretty common deck, and it's kind of surprising to not see it in the top 8.
I'm a little surprised. I know that we had Bob Conley playing for
what looked like maybe a chance at top 8.
Yeah, it looked like maybe a chance for top 8 in the last round, and he actually ended up getting 9th on tiebreakers. So, you know, it's not that Maverick, you know, is a dead deck or didn't have good finishes. Quite the contrary, as looking at a 9th place finish. But none in the top 8 this particular weekend. While we had quite a few Rug Delver decks, it looks like 3.
Yeah, well, Glenn was blue-red Delver.
And Glenn was blue-red.
We thought it was Rug at first, but we realized. So, 3 Delver lists. We had a Belcher, we had a Hypergenesis, we had a blue-white Miracle deck,
God,
we had Attack of the Show, and we had this Mud deck. So it's we've had actually a really great top 8 here.
I wanted the Belcher deck to win so bad.
Yeah, I really would have liked to watch that.
15 islands. I love it.
Yeah, we didn't even see that one on camera all day during the Swiss or during the top 8. But speaking of the top 8, we are here in the finals. Star City against Columbus, and we're going to be giving away some action. We're going to give away some Gen Con action.
Some Gen Con badge?
A Gen Con badge to the winner, and it's coming after game 1. We'll be asking you a question.
If you haven't been, you need to go. It's a fantastic invention. I've gone for.
It sounded like you said it was a fantastic invention.
Yeah,
it's that too. Yeah. I'm sorry.
I've gone.
Sorry, I just realized how far the table was moving up.
I've gone for 5 years. I plan on going again this year for it to be my 6th, and I've been happy every time I've gone. I really love the way the city of Indianapolis embraces the convention. You know, you can just be yourself there, and you can truly enjoy everything about it.
And we're off.
Hello, Wasteland.
Eric Rill leads with a volcanic island. Eric Fry wastelands it, and Eric wants to use the mana first for Brainstorm.
Now this matchup is just going to be about. This matchup's just going to be about, you know, getting a Delver in play, getting a Nimble Mongoose in play, keeping Eric Fry off balance as best he can, you know, with his dazes, with his force of will, so he doesn't get out of control like he has already in this top 8. He has been doing things far too quickly he's doing things that are so powerful, far too fast for his opponents to keep up. So it's going to be Eric Rill's job to make sure that doesn't happen. And if he can control Eric Fry long enough, while he's pressuring him with Tarmogoyfs or Nimble Mongoose that has Threshold or Delver of Secrets, he's going to be able to win. And if he can't control him, then he's going to be facing down Wormcoil Engines and other ridiculously expensive cards that he shouldn't have to face down that early.
Opal. Does nothing right now.
Does absolutely nothing right now, but it is in play.
We saw some really quick matches with Eric Fry's Mud deck. I wonder if this one's going to be as quick, or if Eric Rill's going to be able to slow him down. Nimble Mongoose from Eric Rill. Ancient Tomb from Eric Fry. Looks like he did he...
Uh-oh.
Something happened.
No. Oh, no.
Did he tap his Ancient Tomb and didn't have anything to cast?
Yes.
He must have been counting... Maybe he was counting that as a mana. And
now it's blow.
Wasteland. Ah, well, he shocked himself by accident. That's alright. Sometimes you got to stick your finger in your electrical socket just so you remind yourself you're alive. There's a great furnace from Eric Fry.
Yikes.
And a brainstorm from Eric Rill.
I'll go with this. It's getting late. It is getting late. So Brainstorm's going to resolve. He's going to untap. He's working his way up, getting that Nimble Mongoose up to manland.
Hello, Mark Flanagan, in Ireland.
Someone from Ireland's watching us. That's
he just said hello from Ireland.
Far too kind.
I love Ireland. I was there a couple years ago. It was fantastic. I want to go back. So,
the goose is loose.
The goose isn't actually loose. I don't think Threshold's.
He's trying to get loose.
Yeah, it's trying to get loose.
What do we have here? A Trinisphere.
Trinisphere from Eric Fry, off a City of Traders and a Great Furnace.
If that resolves.
If it resolves, and that's also going to activate the Mox Opal. Well, not activate it, but turn it on.
Yeah, turn it on. Turn it on.
Metal Crafty.
So we'll see if Eric Rill is okay with this, or if he's decided I can't actually allow that to resolve because I can't operate underneath all of my spells costing 3 mana. It's far too difficult.
Yeah, that Trinisphere is huge for Fry if he can get that to stick. 1, 2, 3, 4. I see 5 cards in Rill's graveyard. Just trying to count down towards the threshold.
Spell Pierce says no, sir.
All right, so Eric Rill stays on the offensive with that Nimble Mongoose here. Very likely. He's actually maybe able to hit threshold here. I think that may have been 6/7 right there. And Spell Pierce was 6, Scalding Tarn was 7. I think that's threshold, and the goose may be loose.
The goose may indeed be loose. And this is exactly, what I kind of said at the top. If he's able to keep him off balance with a Spell Pierce here, a Daze there, a Force of Will, here to take care of some of these problems while providing a clock in the form of Nimble Mongoose or a flipped Delver of Secrets or a large Tarmogoyf, it's going to be too little too late for Eric Fry to be able to catch up, and that's what looks like is happening this game. Between Wasteland, between Spell Pierce, and just a little bit of disruption plus a clock.
Yep.
It's going to be tough for Eric to be able to come back during this game. This looks like a Tarmogoyf to me. Okay,
it's a
Scavenging
Ooze. So Mongoose in. Jumping over the Candlestick.
3.
Chalice for 1.
It's much more impressive on turn 1 than it is right now.
So Eric Rill says, bolt you to the face. While I can. While this doesn't stop me from playing it. So Chalice now resolved. And let's see, untap.
If it's a blue card, it pretty much seals it. Yes, Force of Will in his hand. He just needs a blue card to be able
Everybody
to stop.
in. That's going to knock Eric Fry to 5 life.
Just needs a blue card to be able to stop whatever
2,
he has. But
Tarmogoyf to buckle my shoe. That just was terrible.
Is that a thing?
That was 1, 2 buckle my shoe.
You're better than that.
That was horrible.
You are absolutely better than that.
I know I'm usually filled with some weird things to say, but that was just real bad. So Lodestone Golem from Eric Fry. And it's just a body to get in the way.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's enough.
Lodestone Golem doesn't save him.
It's not really enough, yeah. He can block the biggest dude, and the other 2 are going to take a large enough chunk out of his life total, I think.
Yeah, it'll deal him 5. He's staring at lethal on the board, just hoping that possibly Eric Rill misses it.
All right, so
he doesn't, and we're going to play a second game.
Yeah, going to game 2. Eric Rill with a very aggressive draw, and Eric Fry, who, had kind of a rough start, accidentally shot himself with his Ancient Tomb.
I can't recommend that.
No.
Pro advice from a former pro player. I can't recommend that.
So, we have a question.
We do.
We have a giveaway.
We do.
We're going to give away a Gen Con badge. All right, so you're going to tweet your answer with the hashtag SCG Premium. Man, I can't talk.
It's my fun. Yeah, because we're both
with the hashtag.
We are both
SCG
dead tired.
Premium.
That's why you can't talk. I'm going to grab this for the last time this weekend.
The last time this weekend.
There. I'm getting to the question.
You're going to get to the question?
Right now.
Random correct answer will win a Gen Con badge. So, we are giving away a Gen Con badge.
We are giving a Gen Con badge. But the question for you guys at home, if you've been paying attention, which you probably have,
yeah.
What convention are we broadcasting from right now? If you do know the answer, you'll be getting a Gen Con badge. And if you don't, too bad, so sad. But you guys should probably know by now.
San Diego Comic Con.
What?
San Diego Comic-Con.
So we typically, Star City Games, as you guys probably know, they typically hold their tournaments independently. But we had a little partnership this weekend, and we are the last ones here. So we are the most dedicated of the group. And if you guys know what convention we're holding this tournament at, you will get yourself a Gen Con badge.
San Diego Comic-Con. Here in Columbus, Ohio.
Sunny Columbus, Ohio. Sideboarded games and sideboarded cards that you guys may be interested to know about. As I said in the semifinal match, Eric Rill has 11 one-ofs in his sideboard. The ones that are going to be relevant against Mr. Fry are Ancient Grudge, Crows and Grip, possibly Life from the Loam, depending on how things go with his mana base. He also has 2 Surgical Extractions and 2 Red Elemental Blasts, but I don't foresee him boarding those in. On the opposite side of things, for Eric Fry...
Alright. He's got a Snaring Bridge, which is not as good as it was against Todd.
Against Todd, yeah.
He's got an additional Trinish Sphere. He's got a Wormcoil Engine. He's got that Silent Arbiter.
Which is interesting, actually.
Yeah. Could be relevant. Got Phyrexian Revoker. Nothing I can think of. That.
No, it's going to stop a Scavenger Ooze, and if he's able to name the correct fetch lands or naming a Wasteland, it could be okay. But I don't think I would want to invest. I don't want to invest a card in that, and hoping I get it right. I think if anything, he's going to bring in his Trinisphere because he's on the play. It's much better there.
Wormcoil, I feel like.
Yeah, Wormcoil is definitely coming in, and then I could see him boarding in the Silent Arbiter as well. So it's interesting. Eric Fry doesn't have a ton of cards to board in. He just needs to get off his feet this game. He didn't get off his feet last game.
Yeah, that's the first game where we've seen him kind of fizzle out there. And Eric had counterspells for the relevant stuff. He kept the Trinisphere off the table.
Yeah.
And, by the time the Chalice came out for 1, he was already had one of his main 1-drops on the table. The other one he just slipped through, when the Chalice is on the stack.
So what do we have to start?
What is that? Some sort
really
of
good
promo version of something?
That's a promo version of a card. I can't believe I've never seen that
Steel
before.
Hellkite?
No.
Obviously, that would be a really ridiculous turn 1.
That would be a really good turn 1 if that was a Steel Hellkite.
I was like, what did he do?
I've seen almost... that might be a Mox Opal. No? You know what that is?
It looks like maybe like a...
Someone in the chat save me. I feel so stupid right now. I've seen like almost every card ever, and I don't know what that card is.
Yeah, I don't recognize that.
I don't know if they
Unless
make
it's just a funny glare on it.
I don't know if they make promo Grim Monoliths, but...
Oh, maybe they... No, I don't even know. Okay, so turn 1 Delver from Eric Rill.
We're going to talk about the cards we do know.
Yeah.
How about that? What is it?
Is that Lightning Greaves?
Okay, it's Lightning Greaves. Okay.
It's from the Commander decks, I guess? Or, it's
F&M Lightning Greaves, okay.
Really hard to see the artwork. There's a Grim Monolith.
Grim Monolith. So what he did that turn is he added mana from City of Traders, played an Ancient Tombs, City of Traders goes to the graveyard, plays a Grim Monolith, and then plays himself a Metalworker.
Metalworker, gonna get a Force of Will. Altered Force of Will.
Altered Force of Will, that's actually pretty sweet.
And Metalworker gets countered. Brainstorm from Eric Rill.
So what he's going to do is he's just going to set things up for his Delver to ensure that it flips.
Absolutely. Get the pressure started. It's looking really good for Eric Rill. He has the Force of Will for the Metalworker to keep Eric from getting keeping things from getting too out of hand. Eric not able to untap that Grim Monolith just yet. And Wasteland for Eric Fry's Ancient Tomb. So it's actually looking worse than it was when I started talking about how bad it was.
It's actually looking absolutely terrible, and he has no land as well.
Delver flips, no land. 2 artifacts in play that are useless unless he drops Mox Opal.
Yeah, this is looking fairly grim. No?
Okay, so he's got a land.
He's got a land, and he's got a land that can't be wastelanded. So that's a start.
Yeah.
But, if you've seen Rug Delver before, when it gets in this situation, it pounces.
Yeah, absolutely. Smells blood.
Yep.
Delver has flipped, has attacked for 3 once, now twice. Eric lightning bolted Eric Fry at the end of the turn. to the face. Eric Fry now
He's down to 11.
dwindling. Yeah.
He doesn't have any.
Dwindling.
He doesn't have any green mana, but what he does have is a threat that provides. I mean, we've seen Delver for the past goodness, who knows how long. He provides a ridiculous clock at a very
Eric
affordable
Fry,
price.
Going to 5. Needs to find an answer. Passes a turn back. Eric Rill in for 3 more. Eric Fry at 2 life. And
Upstairs.
there it
that's
is. Eric Rill super aggressive that game. Even more aggressive than game 1. Takes the match 2-0 versus Eric Fry here in the finals. That is the finals. Eric Rill is your legacy.